safe use of treated wastewater or wastewater in general requires good planning, and in fact it goes through a complete cycle of planning followed by implementation and then monitoring and then evaluation, and then it goes back to the cycle to planning back again. And this is in fact proposed by the WHO in their guidelines that was issued in 2006, in which both treatment of wastewater is integrated with all activities that occurs downstream of the treatment plant. And in some cases, when wastewater treatment is not provided, still we can use the wastewater safely for agricultural production, provided that all measures required to protect the health of people, to protect the environment is taken into consideration. And this is what we are going to present, in fact, during our training courses. And one of the main issues is that once it was issued in 2006, the WHO guidelines, this concept of integration was has different many bases, or some roots behind the development of the WHO guidelines 2006. First, almost 80% of the collected wastewater is not treated. Either it is discharged to watercourses, or it is used unsafely for agricultural production. On the other hand, even when we have a kind of treatment, it is not a guarantee that the water is used safely downstreams of the treatment plants, and pollution may occur due to other inputs that is used in agricultural production, including the use of fertilizers that is not well treated, which may result in contamination of the produce. What is proposed by the WHO following the guidelines is a kind of a planning or a kind of manual that plans for the safe use of wastewater in agriculture, whether treated or untreated. They do not promote no treatment, but at the same time, if no treatment is not provided, we can still use it in a safe way. So a manual was developed by the WHO and issued in 2015. It goes step by step in how to implement the guidelines that were already issued or in the first version in 2006. And in fact, the implementation is a kind of a process in which it covers the treatment, followed by farming practices, and then handling, and then marketing, until it arrives on the table of the consumer. So it follows the whole chain of the use of the wastewater or the treated wastewater, provided that all inputs downstream is taken into consideration, because at the end the target is the protection of the public health, whether it is for the public or also at the farm level when it comes to the local community or for the farmers. And this is what is all about. We need to understand that we can provide produce with safe produce that is free of pathogens, whether we have very high or sufficient treatment or whether we have partial treatment, provided that we have other measures downstream arriving at the end produce. And the course that we are covering during the Rewater as an activity on the Rewater project is exactly trying to talk about this kind of integration and how we can come up with a real management plan in which we can use the wastewater treated or untreated, but mainly in our region we are targeting treated wastewater, safely for agricultural production. And thank you.